Are you looking for a fun activity the whole family can get involved in maybe this weekend?
How about a place you can love, where you can go to love some adorable animals and even learn some science?
Yes, the Children's Museum in West Hartford is open to the public.
Cool.
And their animals have a request.
Yes?
They really want you to bring some fun and some food.
Oh.
So one of the fun things you get to do here at the Children's Museum, even during a pandemic, you can play with the animals, especially because Rufus the bobcat, he stays behind the glass anyway, but he really loves this broom. Come on, get it, get it. All right, Nick, tell us what's going on here.
So Rufus our bobcat, what we do with all of our animals is called animal enrichment. And what you're doing right now is you are enriching Rufus.
He likes this.
He does. So with all our animals, you know, not all of them enjoy the broom as much as our bobcat Rufus here, but for enrichment is basically stimulating the animal either physically, which you're doing a little bit right now, but also mentally. So Rufus has actually been here a long time. He's one of our oldest animal residents here at the Children's Museum. And he was actually left inside a cat carrier inside Connie the whale.
Sadly, in other states, you can buy bobcats as a pet. That's what happened to Rufus. He was declawed, and now he can't be in the wild. But he loves when visitors bring him wild fish.
He loves all sorts of fish, so every weekend the Moors come and they bring us a little thing of tilapia from Whole Foods and we dice it up. Sometimes we'll mix with the food, sometimes you just get the special treat.
There are more than 100 animals to feed here, and since the pandemic led to big budget losses, they're relying on the community to help feed them. Like Cider the groundhog, who loves bananas but needs lots of greens.
They eat about a third of their body weight every single day.
That means she needs 2 pounds of produce a day.
We get a lot of fruits, which is great. It is hard to get a lot of greens. So we're talking, you know, lettuces like collard greens, romaines, mustard, kale. Those go to a lot of different animals here, including our mammals. So our groundhog eats a lot of vegetables, all our turtles and tortoises, our guinea pigs, our rabbits. So those are something that are definitely in high demand for us.
Poor Cider was hit by a car when she was a baby and has some brain damage, so she tends to walk in circles searching for her food. So come bring Cider some bananas. Cider needs some bananas.
They don't need to be fresh at all.
She doesn't mind if they're brown.
You know, if it's not prime enough for our groundhog to eat, it'll go to our bugs. And if our bugs don't like it, it goes into our compost, and then we'll actually grow more fruits and vegetables during the summer months with the compost we make to feed the animals too. So nothing goes to waste.
On Saturdays, they feed throughout the day, so there's something to see for everyone. Make sure to say hi to the chinchillas.
So we've got 2 of our chinchillas here. We've got Lacey the chinchilla, and we've got Pat the chinchilla. And it's funny we're taking out Pat. You know, we were just talking about how old Rufus our bobcat is. Pat is even older. So Pat is 21 years old.
That's old for a chinchilla, right?
It's very old for a chinchilla. On average, they only live about 15 years. So chinchillas are really cool. One of my favorite things about them is actually their facial features. So they've got 3 really big things on their face. They've got really big ears, really big eyes, and those nice long whiskers. Now the reason they have those really big eyes is the same reason that owls have big eyes. Larger eyes allow them to absorb more light so they can see really well in the dark.
Your kids can hang with the animals at camp this summer. Sarah, camp is going to happen. I know you teach a lot of little ones. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, so we're really excited. Our plan now is to run camp like we usually do. It's going to run for about 8 or 9 weeks. And we'd have you come up with some creative ways to include animals at our camp. Just a way, it's been calming a lot of the kids down, and they tell me they look forward to just being around the animals, and it's usually their favorite part of their day is when they get to get up close and personal with each of the animals.
Mindy the Mink is a mischievous gal from Minnesota. She was found on the road and was likely an abandoned pet. Like all the animals here, her favorite time is feeding time.
So we've got on our food dish here for North American mink, we've got a couple different things. We've got our smelt, which is fish you can pick up at your local grocery store, along with eggshells that are going to garnish on top of the smelt as an added source of calcium. On our other side here is pellets that are formulated specially for minks.
You can drop food donations outside the museum in this drop box in the parking lot. Make sure to say hello to Seneca.
So this here is Seneca the Coyote. As you can see, she is very accustomed to being around people.
Sadly, Seneca's mom was hit by a car and her pack mates rejected her.
She is missing a chunk from one of her ears. which actually the other female bit off that was at their center. And she's missing one of her toes, which was sadly bitten off as well. She definitely associates herself more with people than with coyotes, which is why she was, oh I know, unable to be released into the wild.
Seneca is kept away for good reason from these two lucky rabbits, Coco and Smokey. They have no interest in being interviewed, I guess. Coco was an abandoned pet found in Elizabeth
So we
Park.
walked around the neighborhood, we posted a bunch of flyers with animal control, but nobody claimed Coco, so someone had probably
Your mic is wrong.
That's why they don't always make good house pets, as we found out. So I want to reintroduce Coco here. We had to take a break because Coco ate our microphone wires, which is something that people need to understand. When they get rabbits, that's how they end up here at your rescue, because people don't realize they chew all the wires at home.
They do, they chew a lot. That is how our other rabbit, not McChewy over here, Coco, but Smokey actually came to us. He was chewing a lot of the wires, so he's coming for mine now.
Well, I guess this interview has to end since our mic is gone. You did a great job. Would you like everyone to come visit you now? Yes? Okay. All right, so come visit all the animals here at the Children's Museum in West Hartford, and be sure to bring them some treats because they love it.
I love the fact that you're trying to get it to eat the other microphone as well.
No, that was a big steal one. No wires on that
okay,
one.
all right.
Wireless.
Just want to make sure.
We only brought the wireless out after that. Thank you, Chris Perkins. Who was
Unbelievable.
there like, oh, I have an extra one. The Children's Museum is right off of Trout Brook Road in West Hartford. Just look for Connie the Whale. You saw it there. It is open on the weekends, but you do need to buy a time ticket online so they can keep crowds small for social distancing. And
Yeah, apparently they're also having a virtual fundraising gala tonight at 7 o'clock. Follow the museum on Facebook at the Children's Museum CT for more information.
yeah, and
What
for
a
that,
great
I know you
place.
don't have to buy a ticket, but they have a lot of silent auction items, and there's some really cool things around town. So if you just want to buy an auction item online and support the Children's Museum,
Terrific.